Hi, how are you? Justin, good to meet
pleasure.
you.
Taylor.
Thanks for coming in.
Hello.
So, I mean, the question of whether Koresh was crazy or whether he was just this con man that had a whole group of people conned, do you think that he really believed truly in what he was saying?
The biggest struggle I had was the why, you know. If I'm gonna play anybody, let alone someone like this, and how enigmatic this cat is, and you have to try and marry yourself emotionally to him and his belief system and everything else that goes with that, you know. And there's some things that I just can't comprehend, you know. I don't understand the book of Revelation and the seven seals and the end times and the multiple wives and the young kids. I think like he grew up with no sense of control, no sense of like self or purpose,
Right.
really. And that abuse kind of went all the way until he moved away at 14, you know, and you memorize the Bible by 17, and then you create this environment that you have absolute control over. I just want to show as much as I can of who he was, because he was more than what was sensationalized during the,
of course.
Obviously. I'm really proud of that, you know, that look. And there's a shot, that very infamous video where he's sent it to the FBI, you come to my door with guns and all this, damn it, I'll meet you at the door anytime.
So 1993, I think you were you were 12.
Yeah.
So what was your awareness of that story then?
I think it is just seeing the last visuals of the compound up in flames. And I don't even know if I'm making that up. Like I do remember that and not having any comprehension of what was really, where Waco was, where Texas was.
Yeah.
I was in my, you know, small town in Canada.
I also wonder whether you can really understand his followers, because it's easy to say these are stupid, uneducated people, they didn't know better, but so what is that about?
Thibodeau's book, and not to plug it, but it helped, because his book asked these questions that I had too, and of like, why would you go on a bus to Waco, live with no running water, no AC, you're like in the middle of nowhere on an anthill? I came to the conclusion of just purpose. You know, it's huge for me, and I think it's a lot of millions and millions of people every day kind of struggle to find that. You want to wake up to something, and that's what Dave gave you.
One of the interesting things about the story and about the miniseries is it's about this cult, it's about Koresh, but it's also about the FBI. It's also about government and the question of incompetence and mishandling, and to this day, there's still kind of an open question about whose fault is it? Do you have an opinion on that? Like what really happened?
I do. I mean, it's just like, I think, you know, Dave was answering to God, and they were answering to their bosses as well in Capitol Hill, you know.
There's something that feels really trenchant about it. Not that the country is necessarily full of cults, but there's this sense that the entire Trump government is incompetent, number one. Number two, there's so much paranoia. There's so much cultural division. There's people kind of retreating to their corners. So I wonder if that was something that was on your mind a little bit.
It's definitely relevant. You know, 25 years later, I think we know what they want us to know. A lot of the time, and that was no different 25 years ago.
So you learned guitar, or
I did, yeah. I play 1 to 4 hours a day now, and my Martin acoustic is my baby.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
So what's
Are you gonna pull a guitar out right now?
No, and sing a song for us now.
Yeah, so I'm really close to the Weary Kind, picking that one out. Sweet Home Alabama. Shit, what's that Johnny Cash one? When a Man Comes Around.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty easy, but it sounds so fun. And I saw Springsteen last night. So.
Oh, cool, you saw the Broadway show?
Yeah.
Would you say he's your number one favorite artist, or?
Of all time, yeah, top 3, Freddie Mercury for me was awesome, but I mean, I still love like Johnny Cash and those guys, and Sturgill Simpson right now, and Bingham, and David Gray, Metallica.
So I have to ask you, I know everyone bothers you about Friday Night Lights, and they just kind of, the legend follows you.
Like a movie or something?
Yeah.
I'll never do one.
Okay.
Ever.
How come?
We left it perfectly, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
I'm 36 now. I don't want to play Riggins grown up.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be scary for me at all.
Right.
You
and
know?
this was scary.
Oh my God, yeah. I almost pulled out a month and a half before the.
Let's talk about that. You almost pulled out. How come?
Yeah, I think I was too deep. You spend 8 hours a day in this 1,000 square foot apartment, in Austin and playing guitar, reading about this tragedy every single day, it just started to really weigh on me. I had no outlet. And I was just probably scared shitless and panicked.
Yeah, and you weren't eating
Didn't get sleep that day and just was vulnerable and was like, hey, I want to know the process of the repercussions if I pull out right now, because I don't know if this is a story I want to tell. So,
okay, I don't want to tire you out anymore, but that was awesome.
No, all good.
Thank you so much.
Good questions, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.